Theo Parker, also a badass. I hang out with a lot of posters of badass people, and that's what makes me important.
So we are here at Antone's with the one and only Erin Ivey.
I can't stop hitting myself over the head. I do my best to keep up with the dead. I don't know why everybody's in my high. Oh, I feel like flying.
How's it going, Erin?
It's going great.
You got a show here tonight, huh?
Jimmy and I are just hanging out at Antone's for the show. It's the Eddie Hobazal CD release party. And I get to sing some songs with him. We do this wicked cover of Everybody Wants to Rule the World, which is normally in like 8, like 4 beats, but then he takes one out, so it's in 7. And that extra beat is where people breathe. So I have to get real creative about where I breathe.
Are you gonna breathe at all?
I generally don't have to. I do this circular breathing thing. I wish I could do that actually, now that we're talking about it.
So you're here for somebody else's CD release, but you had one of your own recently.
It's called Broken Gold, and it just hit number 7 at Waterloo, so it's in the top 10 sellers. You can get it at Waterloo for a special price of $12.99 through March, so we extended the discount through March, and it's got 5 stars in Austin Monthly. Hang on. It got 5 stars in Austin Monthly. Kevin Connor called it his favorite new album.
And I honestly don't remember what I wrote about it, except that it was amazing. So, you got a song about Chicago in there.
Yeah.
And last time I was up in Chicago, I was walking around and I found the smell of chocolate floating through the air. There's a chocolate factory in downtown Chicago. And to me, that is kind of like your music. It's like this, got this deep urban city feel to it, but with like this beautiful magical chocolate like wafting through the air. And that is the lovely Erin Ivey.
Thank you.
Now, we didn't talk to you about the album. We did a music video instead, but tell us a little about who you worked with on the album. It's a little bit of a diverse offering.
The Finest Kind is my backing band, and they're an R&B dub organ trio. So organ, drums, and bass. Rolf Ordahl on a Hammond M3, Ross Alexander on the bass, and JJ Johnson on the drums. So slammin' band, and then we had special guests like Ephraim Owens plays the trumpet. He opens the record actually with solo trumpet. We've got John D. Graham then on the song I Always Leave Part of My Heart in Chicago. We played it live, and he called me up the next day and he was like, I demand to be on that recording. So that was like, I saved that message because I think John D. Graham is an
Where do you get your
artist.
inspiration? I mean, you've got such a diverse, I guess, such eclectic styles of music thrown together. What does Erin Ivey listen to when she's about to record or write an album?
For this one, for the recording, I listened to a lot of Stephen Marley, Bob Marley, The Sundays. Harriet Wheeler is like my main vocal influence, has been since I was like 12. Who else did I listen to? I listened to a lot of Pink Floyd. And then when I was writing, I listened to a lot of the Gorillaz when I was writing this record, actually. A lot of Stephen Marley, again. And I'm sure I'm forgetting like a billion other things.
It almost feels like this album kind of moved you out of that singer-songwriter genre into something a little bit bigger. Like, I don't even know what I would call it. Like, do you have a word for it? Or?
I call it urban folk. But it's definitely like taking my little white girl folksy songs and putting it to an R&B dub groove, which is, it's different, and it's been really exciting to see how they meld together, not only in the studio but live. I mean, a lot of it's improvised, and so it's got definitely like a jazz spirit to it, but the sound is more R&B. But it's also got kind of a, you know, like a dub 07-ish sort of vibe too.
And so you've got some South by Southwest showcases. You mentioned dub, like, it's an interesting showcase.
It is. It's at Flamingo Cantina on Friday, the 18th, which is, let's see, Flamingo Cantina, Friday the 18th at 8 o'clock at night. And they've paired us with some DJs from Sierra Leone. So rather than being kind of off in the singer-songwriter area, I feel like really honored to be part of a kind of an African showcase.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations, chocolate loving mama.
It's true.
Well, cool. We'll rock out during South by Southwest, break a leg tonight, and thank you so much.